Hey guys, I'm doing another bonus video for you. So this is just a whole bunch of revenges. I think pretty much all the revenges I've done so far. So I'm just smacking them all into one giant bonus video. So here we have first Lidis OC. Lila? I don't know. There's like two L's, and also don't know how to say her username because I'm illiterate, but she's one of my mutes on YouTube and she's super duper awesome. So I really do urge you to check her out because she's super cool. So I did a side profile for this, which is kind of crazy because I'm not very good at drawing side profiles. I finally figured out a way to draw them in a way that I like, which is really awesome. So yeah, this was like one of my like week 1 attacks, like in like the first day maybe or second day. So I'm just going back and showing you a bunch of the attacks because I've been working myself to the bone doing so many revenges and stuff because I'm revenging every attack, so I have a lot of art to show you, hence all these bonus videos. So yeah, that is Lila. Up next we have Tiny Manticore 3's OC Indigo. I love this OC so much. I love her blue skin, or indigo skin, I don't really know. I love shading it. However, I just feel like I didn't do this character justice, to be honest. Maybe I should have just done a headshot and really like focused on the beautiful skin color, but I did not because I was wanting to draw her like more chunky body, I guess, which was fun. I'm definitely getting a lot better drawing different body types, which is awesome. However, I really wish, I don't know, this attack turned out better. I just don't like it. Also, I posted it on ArtFight without doing the like little highlights I add to the eyes, so I've gone and added that after the fact. So Tiny Manticore, I can't read, oh my gosh, I'll speak. If you're watching this is like the more updated version of the drawing. Shim's got an ibis logo on it, but if you want me to send it to you on any platform, just let me know. But yeah, tried to do something a little bit fun with the lighting, just make it a bit more interesting because I wasn't loving this, but this is where we got it, so I hope you like it regardless. Here we have Felina Ballerina's OC, Luciana, I'm not sure how to say it, but she's super cute. She has like fire powers, which is dope, so I obviously knew I wanted to do something with that and have some fun contrasty lighting and stuff. You may have noticed that I am still obsessed with this textured brush, and in some attacks I reckon they would have looked a lot better without the texture, like with a more clean look, and this was one of them. I wish this was a bit more clean. It's actually just messy all over, if I'm gonna be honest, but I really relied on the lighting to kind of hide that. This is also one that I edited after the fact. I went and liquefied the face a little bit just because it was kind of wonky donkey, which you can kind of see right now. So Felina Ballerina, if you're watching, again, here's the more actual version since I did change it a little bit. If you want this in a nice res with the like updated like face and all that, just let me know because yeah, I'm happy to give. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed the lighting, so there's that one. This one, I love how this turned out. This is Oxox or OK's socks, I don't know, Osikara. Super cute. I initially read the description as her liking ice cream with her coffee, which good for her, but it's actually just cream. I don't know where I put how I saw the word ice in there. I changed that in the sketch, and I actually drew the background, which it's not crazy, but like perspective, so overall I really liked how this turned out. She's just such a cute character and such a cute design, and her little round face is super duper cute, so I just really wanted to like experiment with that. And of course I drew her with like a hand and a spoon eating ice cream. Don't talk to me about the fact that I have baby hand syndrome. Literally all the hands I draw are always so small in comparison to the characters, so yeah. Also, if you hear the wind, not my fault. But I really enjoyed drawing this character. I spent a little bit extra time on this one since I was doing like a background and like there was like stuff in the foreground, but I hope you like it. This is Daisy by Tristan T. I really enjoyed doing this. It's just a headshot. I had a little bit of fun with the hand. Again, it's a little bit too small, but we're not going to talk about that. And I also did textured line up for this, which I think actually looks good in this one. I did have a little bit of problems with what to actually put in that skinny space, so I ended up just writing her name. Overall, she didn't give me too many problems. I am definitely trying to do things outside my comfort zone during ArtFight to kind of better myself as an artist. And one of those things, aside from like darker skin characters, which isn't too much of an issue, but it's more just different hair textures. And her, I don't even know what kind of curl pattern this is. Yeah, kind of difficult to draw. But I gave it a go, and I think it turns out pretty cute if you ask me. But if you see any flaws in it, or you know how to fix it and make it look better, let me know, because yeah, I'm willing to improve. Also, we're not going to talk about the tiny itty bitty little fingernails I gave Daisy. I definitely should have made them bigger, but I don't know why I didn't just liquefy them. Anyways, I guess it's not really bothering me too much, so that's Daisy. This is Felix. by Borrow Belief. I set myself the challenge of like drawing things outside my comfort zone, and like some of those things are like Sonic OCs and like Splatoon OCs and all that, and Undertale OCs, specifically like Sans characters, I guess, because I really want to be able to like draw Sans, even though I don't really want to anymore because the game's kind of dead. But I always had heaps of trouble drawing Sans when Undertale was relevant, so I kind of want to vindicate myself and be able to draw Sans. So I'm not saying this is perfect, because it's not. His face is a little bit funny, but I tried the best that I could. I tried to do something funny with the perspective. It didn't really work because it just comes out looking kind of flat. And the reason why I've got him flicking a coin is because in Felix's description it talked about something about like luck and like money and gambling and all that kind of stuff, so I really wanted to include that, and I was just going to draw him doing like a finger gun or just something cool with his hand, but I figured doing like a little flicky coin thing would be like way cooler. I also tried to do something with the lighting, which I think looks really cool, and also like having like a little game over thing, because he's from a game and all of that. So I really enjoyed drawing this OC, even though it's definitely not my finest work, but it definitely pushed myself outside my comfort zone, so I'm pretty pleased. This next character belongs to Arcade Game Rat 99. What a brilliant username. And this is the character Colin. I was having such troubles, you don't see it most of Speedpaint, with like the sketch of his face, so I ended up just doing a kind of more chibi art style, because that is something I'm wanting to have, because I don't have a chibi art style, and whenever I try to do chibis they take me twice as long, which, you know, is not supposed to be the case. So I'm trying to figure that out, so I decided I'd experiment with this one, and I agree in that it does look kind of Animal Crossing. Arcade Game Rat 99 also said that on my attack, and so did my sister as well, so that's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's probably like the nose and then just the round face, I don't know. I played way too much Animal Crossing when I was younger, so it's probably that. I love the colours of this OC. They are so like poppy and bright and like, oh, so cool. I do have to go in and liquefy it quite a bit because I am just such a wonky drawer. I have to do it all the time. But yeah, so that's Colin. Hope you like it. Up next, we have Mary by Daylight Epsilon. Ugh, that was, you don't know how many takes I did trying to say that. Again, chunkier body type. I love how this drawing turned out. She's like supposed to be like a moth girl, and she had a couple more warm color palettes, but I really for some reason digged this color palette with the more like icy like blue, turquoise and green with her like warmer skin color and like white hair. It looks so dope. So I went with that. So I had a blast shading it. It gave me a little bit of issues because I don't actually shade like teal and stuff very often, so I didn't really know how to best go about it. I also just used a texture like asset thing for her jumper because I'm not drawing those squares. But she was so fun to draw. I love how I ended up shading up the hair. It looks white, not like a very light blue, because I find it's quite hard to shade whites and make it actually look white unless you use multiple colors. So I ended up using like her skin color and a bit of blue to shade the hair, and I think it actually makes it look white. Now for the background, I put this like lace stuff, but it looked kind of empty, and her color palette and stuff was definitely giving me like mint choc chip ice cream, so I ended up just putting some mint choc chip ice cream in the background. So I'm sorry if that's like not fitting at all and stuff, and that's like not within like her character or whatever, but I just thought the colors were so perfect and I really wanted to because it just looked really yummy and scrumptious. So yeah, that's Mary. This next character is called Cloud by Gloomy Artist. Now, I had heaps of fun with this body type. She's an alien, this character. So, yeah, and she was kind of like more on the slender side, so I really wanted to like kind of push it and exaggerate the features. So I really wanted you to be able to see her ribs sticking out and like her big brain forehead and all that, and like her waist coming in and just like the more like scrawny looking arms. I thought it looked pretty cool. I also drew the neck larger than I ordinarily would, just to give that, I don't know, mega mind kind of look where it's like bigger at the top and then gets kind of slimmer as you go down. I guess kind of like Gru as well, right? Just to really hone in the fact that this is an alien, not a human, just kind of trying to blend in a little bit. So yeah, I really enjoyed drawing this character. It was definitely very different. Like I said, I want to push myself with drawing body types, and like very skinny people is not something I typically draw. So I went and gave it a go, which I really like how it turned out. I also love the colors of this OC, just the different variants of purple and all of that. So yeah, since she's from outer space, because she's an alien, for the background I put like a galaxy and all that, because, you know, the purple as well, and then give a little bit box to just more frame it and all that. I've been struggling with backgrounds for ArtFight because I'm not a very background person, and it is becoming very apparent when doing these attacks. So yeah, that's Cloud. This character is belonging to Rory's Corner, and it is called Hammy, and he is a Alexander Hamilton hamster. I don't know if this OC is in relation to Hamilton the musical or just like the actual guy, but I'm not into the musical. So yeah, I was originally going to draw the sonar, but these little hamster guys, like I think there's like George Washington and stuff up there as well, which is so flippin' cute. So I couldn't resist. He also said on the like description of the character that he likes ice cream. Don't know if that is true to pertaining to the actual guy, but for the hamster it sure is. So I drew him on the top of like an ice cream with some sauce and some sprinkles because I'm extra like that. I couldn't really fit in some of these like design elements, like he had like a bell, like something on his collar. I couldn't really fit it in. I feel like it would just mulch straight into the ice cream, so I ended up not drawing it, and I hope that's okay. Again, with the background I had no idea what to do, so I just kind of yellowed it, but that's Hammy, and I hope you like him. He was an absolute treat to draw because he's super cute. This next character is called Tala and belongs to Hibiscus Cutie or Hibiscus Cutie. I don't know. I'll put the spelling up on the screen because it's not the typical spelling of cutie. This character is so cute. Hibiscus Cutie's art style is very much more like, I don't know how to describe it. The colors that she uses are more on the dull side, but they don't look dull with her like rendering style and like the way she draws. So yeah, it like looks really good. In my art, it does not look good. These desaturated colors just don't work, which is weird and annoying and frustrating. So I ended up duplicating the whole drawing and then setting that to overlay to like brighten up the colors some more, and that definitely helped in making it more my style and less bland, because at this point it kind of just looks ashy and like it has like no vibrance, no saturation at all, no luster. So I went and like brightened it up and all that kind of stuff. Also liquefied it a bunch because, you know, that's my usual shtick. I really enjoyed drawing the pastries. This character loves pastries, so I was like, I have to draw pastries. It's kind of giving that drawing I did of Kara, but I hope it looks different enough. It's kind of very similar, isn't it? But I really enjoy drawing the pastries and trying to make them look scrumptious, so I hope you like it. Next up, we have Angel by Ayunaria. I definitely said that wrong. This character is super cute. I love the poppy colors that they use. Kind of similar to Colin. These colors are just so vibrant and fun, which I fuck with so hard. I did use the not textured lineup, which brings me to a point that this, along with the previous one you just saw with all the pastries, is the same canvas size, but if you zoom in, the one with the pastries looks lower res because the actual textured brush is low res. What? Why is the brush low res? It's literally a default Ibis paintbrush. Why is it low res? So yeah, using the clean line art makes my art look like I'm using a bigger canvas, but I'm not. My toxic trait is using a really small canvas. But anyways, I loved doing the rendering, and the eyeball thing that this character had really like filled in the composition because I did not know what to put there. I also traced that hand I drew for Hanny Melon's piece, because I peaked with that hand. I didn't give it nails though. Maybe I should have. It's kind of a really bad trace. Because I was kind of rushing because I knew that I had like 15 revenges that I had to do. So I'm slowly whittling down. But overall, this character was so fun to colour and render. And oh my goodness, I hope you like it. Alright, so this character is called Viradi. Don't know if I said that right. By Vilandi. I love this character so much. She is so dope. Oh my god, the wind is so loud right now, but I really don't have time to like record this. Anyways, this character is so dope, okay? Don't look at my art for it and judge this character. Go onto this character's like profile thing on ArtFight and look at the original artist's work because it's so good. I made sure to include her like freaky tongue. I don't know if it looks good, but I did try. She's got this weird unhinging jaw, which is why the mouth smile kind of extends that far. It is a little bit messy, but overall I do quite like it. Her hair is super dope. I don't know if I really interpreted the ears properly because it was like kind of a messy sketch with like thicker lines. So I don't know if those were actually just like rough sketches, lines that had more pressure and thickness to it. I interpret them as just being black though, so I hope it's okay. But overall, super duper dope, and I'm so glad I got to draw this character. Here we have Sunny by Red Frogger. This one I just raw dogged it. I forgoed the sketch completely and just sketched because I'm running out of time. And again, like I said, this is more chibi, so I didn't want it to take as long. So I figured if I just don't sketch, it shouldn't take that long. And I was right. It definitely shortened the amount of time this took. So this character, she's super cute. I think she's like a child OC, and she's also missing like part of her arm. So obviously I made sure to include that because I feel like it's pretty integral to the character. So she's waving. I love all the yellows of this character. It was so fun to shade. I also used the clean line art brush for this, which again makes it look like it's more high res than it actually is. So this one was so fun. So fun. Very simple kind of color palette. I guess it's kind of a primary color palette, right? Because you got the yellow, the blue, and then the skin, I guess, is kind of like a reddy, pinky, whatever. So I guess it's a primary color scheme. But it's a simple character, but a super fun character to draw. I really enjoyed drawing her. I don't know why. She just really made me really happy while I was drawing her. So yeah, that's Sunny. Here is Dashbax's OC Marcus. He's so cool. I am such a sucker for guys with like long hair in a low pony, and then that just combined with the glasses, the facial hair, him liking cats, so I drew him with a cat. It was so fun to draw him. I was really struggling with how I was going to write his name out because there was just so much awkward space there, so I was trying to do something like funky or cool with it, but I do not have a graphic design bone in my body. So I ended up just writing it straight there, Marcus. So it looks kind of dumb, but I really do know what to do with that extra space. Maybe I should just, I don't know. Let me know what you think I should have done with the extra space on the canvas, because it just looks so, I don't know, bland. I really tried to do something funky with it, but I couldn't. I love the colors of this OC. I love when people use more muted colors, I guess. It doesn't really look good when I do it, but when I just color select, it usually looks alright, especially if I'm doing a more sketchy texture kind of thing like this one, with that more clean one, with the pastries like that you saw before. That wasn't really working out, which is kind of strange. But yeah, that's Marcus. Here we have Akasha wearing a kind of questionable t-shirt. This OC is by Mikhail Tatoshi. Hope I'm saying that right. I was kind of dreading to draw this OC, I won't even lie, because I figured the hair was going to give me troubles, but it didn't. I've had so much more troubles with some of the other OCs and like their hair or whatever, how it doesn't translate into my style. This one was a breeze, so that's kind of weird. I thought it was going to give me an absolute headache, but it actually was chill, so I was kind of freaking myself out for nothing. This drawing is so wonky, so ignore it. I do go ahead and like liquefy it and all of that towards the end. I really enjoyed this character. Again, the colors. You guys are like masters of color theory. That couldn't be me. You see my art, it is an absolute shambles. But yeah, I really enjoyed drawing this character. I did use a bit more thicker line art. I think that did help with speeding up the process. And I think it also just kind of looks cool, like having a more bold line art, because I don't typically do that. So yeah, it was kind of fun to experiment with a more thick line art, considering I've always kind of dogged on thick line art because my old bad art uses more thick line art. So in my head, I kind of just equate bad art with thick line art for my art personally. Some people have amazing art with thick line art. But anyways, I'm rambling. There we go. And here we have the last revenge of the video. This is Nina by Sammy B. I really wanted to draw a Splatsona, like I mentioned earlier. Well, not really Splatsona. A Splatoon OC, because I really find like Inklings and Octolings to be quite hard to draw, so I tried to find a kind of like middle ground between my style and the Splatoon style, and I think it looks okay. I did kind of misinterpret some of the design elements and all that. I think it looks kind of terrible, so I'm really sorry. But I was getting kind of a little bit drained at this point, because I have been absolutely trying to smash out these revenges. I've still got like 10 to go right now. People are probably going to attack me further, so I'm going to cry about it. But this was so fun to do. It kept the rendering kind of like, I really made sure like the hair was like nice and shiny and all that, and then I really didn't know what to do with the extra space. So I just put some splats, because you know it's Splatoon, and then also wrote her name, and tried to make it look kind of graffiti, but it wasn't really giving graffiti, so I just left it with a very slight gradient. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and a thumbs up. That is the same thing. I'm actually going crazy, I told you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, for whatever reason, maybe subscribe. I'm doing lots of art fight videos at the moment. Make sure you also go check out my art fight, because I'm revenging every attack because I hate myself. Pray for me. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to click on whatever videos YouTube recommends on screen right now. Thank you so much. Bye!